Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a little lidded box with beautiful decorations on it. So this is using the Quite Curvy stamp set, which is part of the early release bundle. So it's the stamp set and dies. They're going to be available in the January to June mini catalogue, but you can buy them now. Love an early release. Also available at Christmas stamp set and paper. That's on the other side of the office, so I can't show you. But yeah, they're on early release, so you can get them. This one is limited edition for just this season, and the paper as well. But I showed you these and gave you a sneak peek of this last week, I think it was, on the 3rd of November, because it's now available to you. And I said that I was going to be teaching this project as a team retreat. Now, as far as you're watching this on a Friday morning, the team retreat happened yesterday and the day before. Where I'm filming it, team retreat hasn't happened yet. Gotta love working as practically a time traveller. So yeah, I just wanted a nice simple project for them. So I've got my piece of thick Whisper White. You need the thick, and you're going to be able to get 2 from a sheet of cardstock because it's 6.5 by 5.5 inches, which is 17.5 by 14 centimetres. Okay, on the long side, there it is. On the long side, score it at 1.5, 3, 4.5 and 6 inches, which in metric is 4, 8, 12 and 16. And then on the short side, score it at 1.5 inches, which is 4 centimetres. Actually, I didn't tell you what the finished dimensions. It's 4 inches tall by 1.5 on all sides. So 10 centimetres tall by 4 centimetres all the way around. This was Gorgeous Grape with the matching Gorgeous Grape lid. So I've gone Cherry Cobbler this time around. This is just a teeny little piece that's 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, 9 by 9 centimetres. But because the lid is going to sit over the top, you need to give it a little bit of space there. Just pull it away, about a 1/16 of an inch, about 2 millimetres, just a tiny, tiny little bit, and score it at 1 inch, 2.5 centimetres on all sides. But you need to pull it away from the side of your scoring tool on all sides as well. Right, so I'm going to pop that to one side and I'm going to bring this in, but I'm not burnishing yet because I need to stamp first. So I've got my Quite Curvy stamp set. It's so pretty, the dies match all of it, and you've got all these lovely curves. I love it. I'm going with this one, same as I did before, and actually I designed this project to fit this stamp. No reason other than that. So I've got a tall, thin, long, thin clear block, and where is it? I'm looking for my memento. Here it is. Actually no, I want stays on. So just ink that up well, and I'm going above this horizontal score line here that you probably can't see very well because, you know, white cardstock, but I'm going above it and between the others. Let me try not to get the top of my head on camera. There we go. I left that, I think I left this wafting in the air a bit long before I pressed stamp. That's better. It's okay. It's handmade. Just don't waft your stays on around in the air before you press your stamp to your cardstock. It dries out. You can see. Okay, and number 4 on there. Bravo. Let's pop that off to one side. I'm going to close that up just for the minute. I want that to dry before I start working with it. So burnish all of these, all 4 sides, and I'm going to get a pair of little snips, and I'm going to cut straight on the rectangle and wedge into the square. Let's get a better pair of scissors. And then rotate it round. Straight on the rectangle, wedge the square. And the same there. Do you know what I think my mistake is with my scissors? I forget to remember to put the little I don't know, protective thingy on it. So they come with these, and I forget to remember to put them on, and then I just chuck them in my acrylic case, and I've done for the tip. Oh, I'm a bit rubbish, aren't I? Oh no, I need to put that back on now. There we go. Right, let's get some glue on here. Like I say, just while I'm waiting, whoops, waiting for that to dry. And then bring it round to close. Oh, goodness me, my phone and my tablet both woke up at the same time then. There we go, one lid done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this down, face down, just in case it's still a little bit wet. I think it's dry now. I'm going to give it a little longer just while I stamp out my hello, which is this one here. Now, my lid is 1 inch by 1.5, so I'm going to take it a shade smaller, so 1 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch. And I've got some nice little scrappy leftovers. So, I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch. Do I want it that small? I don't think I did actually. Yes, I did. By 1 inch. So that's 2.5 centimetres by 2. Is that too small? Let me try that again. 1 1/4 by 3/4. I can't measure at all. So that's, yeah, 3 by 2 centimetres. Is that better? That's a better. See, that's still not right. Have I done wrong? I don't know, but it's fine. I'll do. It'll do. Right, so we'll take that on there, and then I'm going to get my cherry cobbler. Stamp my little hello. It feels like it's off centre, but it's because it's got that beautiful curly H on it. It's not off centre. Right, let's find my dimensionals. I'm not completely sure I know what I've done with them. Put something down on them probably. Yeah, I put my hello on them. I put my clear block on them. And that can sit on there perfectly. Right, I think we are good to go with this now. So, I need 2 little A blocks, and I also want my Just Jade. And I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to turn my A block into a little ink pad. So I'm pressing it down into my cherry cobbler, just there, and then I'm going to get my wink of Stella. And I only want a little bit. Well, I would if it wasn't running out. It's run out. Let's hope I've got another one handy. I have. It's always good to have emergency spares, don't you know? Quick, quick. Look, this is how simple it is. You take off that little cap, put it back on, and there's a push here on either side. And you press it down, and that ink, the wink of Stella, starts flowing through. And you start moving it about. Right, so I'm turning that into an ink palette, like a paint palette. Okay, and I'm going to simply come in and colour my flowers. So you get this lovely watercolour look, but with glitter. I mean, you know, who wouldn't love glittery paint? I love glittery paint. I love the idea of that. What a fabulous invention. Should I copyright that? Glittery ink. So, right, so I'm going to colour all of these in. yeah, we had our team event. We normally gather 2 or 3 times a year, sometimes more than that. But obviously we can't this year. That's just not going to happen. And so we decided to do an online event. So I had my team buy their own stamp set and dies. So we focused our event completely on that. But it's a shame we can't get together in person. That's one of the key parts to us as a team is the way that we support one another and gather, and we support virtually and in person. When I host a team event, I just spend the weekend hugging, basically, and it's just, I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, so I'm going to clean off my Wink of Stella brush. I'm going to chuck that one away because I don't need that anymore. I missed the bin. And I'm going to do the same with my Just Jade. This is a brilliant colour for leaves if, you know, you don't want loads of impact. So I'm just going to squeeze that down again, get a little bit more of the Wink of Stella flowing. And I don't want it too runny, which is why I'm wiping off over here. And I'm going to come in and patiently do all of these leaves. Oh, it's still running down the channel. Yeah, I love to craft on my own. Obviously I work by myself, so I craft on my own, but it's wonderful to get together with other crafters. And so, as I said, I'm filming this before the team event has happened, and you're seeing it afterwards. I will have photographs to follow on my blog soon. Having to wipe off because that ink is trying to run down. Yes, I will have photographs after the event so you can see. Well, we're a big, solid, strong team. There's 450, 500 in my team. It's scattered all across all 5 countries. So I have direct team members in, obviously, the UK where I'm based, but also France, Germany, the Netherlands and Austria. And we don't allow language to be a barrier. So all of the ladies who are direct to me speak English, and their teams perhaps don't, but we love Google Translate and the auto translate on our Facebook group. We've got a large team, a large Facebook group rather. I'm just turning it around so to make sure it's still on camera. So yeah, we love the auto translate button. There are a few things that come up and they do tickle me because the translation is not accurate. But yeah, we don't let that get in the way. And it's lovely to see quite different styles of crafting. I know our French ladies do lots of very elegant detailed work. In particular, the ladies from the German team like to include, and the Austrian team actually, like to include foodstuffs. I'm all about that. I'm happy with that. Yep, I can go along with the foodstuffs. So it's lovely to see different styling represented. There we go. I think I've got all of the bits. I think I have there. If I haven't, that's okay. So I'm just wiping that off to make sure that's all nice and clean. And I'm going to zoom out and show you how I clean up these mucky palettes. So I just turn them over onto my grid paper and wipe. And that's got the majority of it off. And then I put them on my stamping scrub. So I've got my stamping mist and I will stamp, actually I will spray these, but normally I spray my scrub and spray, dry. And they're now clean. Let me put those to one side. Might have to ditch this sheet just so that I don't get Wink of Stella in the wrong place. Okay, and I'm going to make sure my hands are clean. Might possibly have gone through one sheet of this cardstock already and with mucky fingers. And I had to start refilming. Unfortunately, I haven't got to the stamping stage. Right. So I've burnished all of that, and you can see what it's designed to do. It's designed to sit at the bottom. So to finish off, I'm going to take a little bit at the top and mitre there as well. Take that rectangle away and then cut straight up all of these. So a bit off the top and there, and then those are all separated. So I'm going to get my Seal Plus. Hold it round and stick it. So that's going to become the back. 2 sides in and the back. More Seal Plus. And my lid. Oh! Slip on the lid. That's my lovely little box. Oh, I haven't put rhinestones on. Oh, can't miss the rhinestones. Let's get those out. I use our DVD storage cases. I don't know that they're called DVD storage cases anymore. I think they're simply just called storage cases. But I have them for all my embellishments. We do these ones, the thin ones. We also do the half height wood mount, which are this size, and we also do the full size ones, which are the same height as these. So you get the full size ones. And yeah, I store all of my embellishments in there. And they're just on my shelf. And if I did a count up, I'd say there's about 12 of them, maybe 15. But there we go. What do you think? I hope you like it. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.